the best day, maybe of my career, is Spike Lee calls me personally and says, I want you to play this. I mean, he's a terrible man, but it's such a juicy role.
An intense, true story from the past with plenty to say about the present. Movie writer Mike Scott with NOLA.com, the Times-Picayune, is here with a preview of movies this week, including BlacKkKlansman.
Right, that juicy role he's talking about, of course, is David Duke, who figures prominently into this film, which is, it's a Spike Lee film, and it's really one of the most enjoyable, accessible Spike Lee films I've seen in years. And it's also, it's a comedy satire based on real events now, so he balances the comedy with the message, and he does both of them effectively. It tells the story of Ron Stallworth, a Colorado Springs police officer, a black Colorado Springs police officer who, again, this is a real story, in the late 70s infiltrated the Ku Klux Klan when he responded to a recruitment ad in the newspaper, talked to them on the phone, and even started a telephone correspondence with David Duke, who ends up being the butt of the joke in this film. But
I think we're having just a little trouble with your microphone, so we'll hold on to it there.
Okay.
Okay, there we go.
So David Duke ends up being the butt of the joke in this movie, and for the most part, the thing to remember here, though, is that while we can laugh at him, since his political power in the state isn't what it used to be, Spike Lee reminds us that his rhetoric is still alive and well in modern America. So while it's a funny movie and it's played for laughs for most of it, there's a really powerful message that he delivers here, particularly at the end.
Interesting. All right. Then you've got a shark movie, which I gather that you're not that big a fan of.
Well, actually, I didn't see this one because I watched the Saints game last night rather than go to the movies. but yeah, it's the critical consensus on this one is that, you know, it gets the job done reasonably well. It stars Jason Statham as a guy who's got to he's got to rescue a trapped submarine crew and really basically the whole world from a 75-foot prehistoric shark known as a megalodon. And the critical consensus on this one is it's pure B-movie stuff, and it lacks the self-awareness that sometimes make B-movies so much fun. So, you know, it kind of takes itself a little seriously. But there's a lot of interest in this. This one could challenge Mission Impossible for the box office crown this week.
Okay, interesting. And then finally, horror flick.
A horror flick called Slender Man, based on an internet meme. Somebody saw this meme and said, hey, let's make a movie about that. It's about a tall, skinny guy who wears a suit and you can't see his face, who whisks people away to somewhere mysterious. And the early reviews on this suggest that it's as bad of an idea as it sounds, turning an internet meme into a movie.
You know, the Oscars announced they're going to have a popular movie category for movies that are just runaway, crazy popular, but never get nominated.
Your Fast and Furious movies, for example.
Yes, there you go. We may have to have Mike Scott back for Mike Scott's Grammys.
There you go.
Or Oscars.
Mike Scott's Oscars. I like it.
Mike Scott's Oscars.
I like it.
Nice job there on the microphone, buddy, for you know, recovering a print guy. Wow. Mike Scott with the Times-Picayune, NOLA.com.